Okay, so he's not super close, but you can move. So walk right at him, and don't let him go by you. There you go. Stay right there. Now, if he goes to your side, you go to the side to match him. Now, he can't. So he's trying to go outflank you, and that's a great job of turning your hips. Notice as soon as you turned your hips, he stopped and sat down. Take one step backwards. Take one step backwards. So you pause in between each step to read the dog. If the dog stays in place, you can take another step. If he starts moving forward, you're going to hiss and march directly at him. And you're going to do it the second he lifts his paw up off the ground. Don't wait for him to come all the way. Are we done eating? Excellent. And there you go. And just keep your hand down. Perfect. Are we done with the banana? Mm-hmm. Did he eat all of it, or is there still some left?
Still some left.
Okay. So take a step backwards. I was going to put the banana peel on the floor, but we still have some banana left. All right, take another step back. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but his lips are pulled back a little bit more. He's kind of looking at you a little bit more respectfully, and he's looking up at you, waiting for you to signal. Take another step back. And one more, or a small one. And you're going to sit back down. But when you sit down, you lose some authority. So when you sit down, if he starts moving forward, you're going to stand up and get in between him right away. Right now. And then march at him, march, stop. As soon as he turns sideways, that's his way of saying, I heard what you said. You dropped the pacifier.
Thank you.
So don't let him, there you go. That was perfect. So you're communicating to him using dog body language, taking and giving territory, and squaring yourself up shows your authority to him. Go ahead and take a step back. So you're doing perfect, except for that time you kind of shuffled your feet. I take a left foot, right foot, and then stop. Left foot, right foot, stop. When I stop to pause and read the dog. If the dog is stationary, then I take another step. If he starts to come forward, then I hiss, or I hiss and come forward simultaneously. Sorry, I moved the crib and kind of created a little bit of a roadblock. But I would like you to see you guys starting to develop more or defining your boundaries a little bit more. Now, it's going to be more important when there's food involved.
Yeah.
But are you, how old is the baby?
She is about 2 months.
Are you still nursing?
Yep.
So like when you're nursing, is you right up in your business as well?
Sometimes.
So your husband could also do the same thing, or grandma. Anybody can. You stand up, get between the dog, and you don't say anything. You just keep on marching at the dog until he turns sideways. Now, if you're marching at him, but he's still facing you, and you march at him for a mile, and he's still facing you, he's still challenging. Now, what I do it, I don't want to do it, I want to do it almost suddenly, I don't want to say suddenly, but deliberately, and don't stop short. A lot of people slow down when they get close to the dog, and they stop when they get near him. Now, there's nothing to defend now, so unless you don't want him in the diapers. No, he's fine. Now, I actually have you leave that there, because that's something that's interesting to smell. This gives us an opportunity to practice. So, again, if he is... He was about to jump on the counter over there. So we'll talk about that off camera. But again, the timing of your hiss is really important. If you can catch him right before he starts or right as he starts, he's going to be much more effective. If you wait for him to go and then you start hissing at him, he's already in the movement. So just make sure when you're marching at him that he has to turn sideways or greater, and as soon as he does, you stop, because that's a conversation. When he turns sideways, it's his way of saying, I understand that you disagree, and when you stop, it's acknowledging that he understood, so that's a whole conversation. All right, so defining personal space should be here as well as at the dinner table, or if the babies are on the floor, and you don't want them, practice, even if it's okay for him to be around the babies on the floor, every once in a while establish a boundary and enforce it, so he understands just because I want something doesn't mean I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Wrigley! Wrigley! Oh, look at how fast he's coming. Sit. We have to have dog on camera. It's not very fun, very exciting when I'm just filming a couch, buddy.